John Fitzgerald Kennedy. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, May 29, 1917, November 22, 1963, was an American politician who served as the 35th President of the United States, from 1961 until his assassination near the end of his third year in office. Kennedy was the youngest person to assume the presidency by election. I have chosen for you the best quotes by John Kennedy. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words but to live by them. Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Things do not happen. Things are made to happen. The ignorance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body. It is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity. Forgive your enemies, but never forget their names. There are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risks of comfortable inaction. The cost of freedom is always high, but Americans have always paid for it, and one path we shall never choose, and that is the path of surrender or submission. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, and oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty. Tolerance implies no lack of commitment to one's own beliefs. Rather, it condemns the oppression or persecution of others. Our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's future. And we are all mortal. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. My fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. Too often we enjoy the comfort of opinion without the discomfort of thought. If art is to nourish the roots of our culture, society must set the artist free to follow his vision wherever it takes him. The greater our knowledge increases, the more our ignorance unfolds. A nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its people. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. If we cannot now end our differences, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. We are not here to curse the darkness, but to light the candle that can guide us through that darkness to a safe and sane future. Peace is a daily, weekly, and monthly process, gradually changing opinions, slowly eroding old barriers, and quietly building new structures. Man is still the most extraordinary computer of all. It is an unfortunate fact that we can secure peace only by preparing for war. Mankind must put an end to war before war puts an end to mankind. The world is very different now. A man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. The problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics or cynics whose horizons are limited by the obvious realities. We need men who can dream of things that never were. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. The best road to progress is freedom's road. We must use time as a tool, not as a couch. Our growing softness and our increasing lack of physical fitness is a menace to our security. We would like to live as we once lived, but history will not permit it. Politics is like football. If you see daylight, go through the hole. We prefer world law in the age of self-determination to world war, in the age of mass extermination. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new